Hey everybody, I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm doing okay. Um, Not as good as the last time I talked to you, unfortunately, but I will explain. So, I think the last time I talked to you was beginning of December or end of November. I can't quite remember, but so this will be about 3 months after the last video, and so things went really well up through the wedding was at the end of December, and then the honeymoon went into the first 2 weeks of January. So the wedding, the honeymoon, everything, all of that just went so well. Everything went smoothly. I felt great. I didn't have any down days. It was really good, and things continued to go well until I started school, which happened at the very end of January. Um, so, Starting school was very difficult for me, and I've been in school a month now, and it has been extremely difficult. Things have been not going well at all. I've been having a lot of down days, um, missing a lot of class, feeling very unmotivated, feeling like a failure, feeling like I can't do it. And I'm going to explain a little bit why I think that this is happening. So, I don't think I've talked too much about my history of depression, so I'll give you a little bit of that to kind of explain why I think things are going the way they're going right now. I first started noticing the depression when I was a sophomore in high school. Started feeling very unmotivated, started feeling very frustrated and sad, and for no reason. Everything was going great, everything was fine, and just things just started falling apart for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And the people who were closest to me really began to notice that things were changing and I was having some problems. And so my mom took me to a psychiatrist because we do have a history of depression in our family. And he prescribed me Prozac, which I started taking immediately, and it helped a lot. I think we had to raise the dose once, maybe my junior year of high school, but overall, I didn't have any more problems with it throughout the rest of high school. It was totally fine. I went away from home for college, and my first year of college, everything was great, everything was fine. I had a very good first year of college. Things went very smoothly. And then it was about, I want to say, a third of the way into my sophomore year of college that I started feeling just horrible. Just the depression just hit me, and it was bad. I went back to the psychiatrist that I had seen when I was in high school, and he, I believe, raised my dose of Prozac, and that did absolutely nothing. And I had a lot of issues with him. I don't think he understood the extent of my depression, and so I ended up actually changing psychiatrists within that time. And the new psychiatrist that I had, we went through multiple amounts of medication, just tons of different medication, which I've mentioned before, and just so many different things through the rest of my sophomore year, throughout my entire junior year, and into the beginning of my senior year of college. And that year, I just really realized, that my senior year, I just really realized, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I had to withdraw from classes, I believe, 3 times, and had really struggled with my grades and really struggled with my social life, and just, I mean, everything was just really struggling. And I decided that I needed to go home and not be in school anymore, because it was just causing too much distress and too many issues. So I've been out of school for about a year and a half, going through different medications, and nothing was seeming to work. And that's when I decided with my fiance and with my fiance at the time, and my psychiatrist and my mom, that ECT was going to be the method that we were going to use, since no medication seemed to be working. So so I mean, and then you know the story from then on, of my ECT journey, and it really has worked. I'm not going to say that it hasn't at all, because of what's happening right now, and I will tell you why I think what's happening right now is happening. I honestly think that going back to school is just bringing up all these bad memories and bad emotions from when I was in school and was struggling, because majority of my college years are marked by this. And going back to college and trying to integrate myself back into that world, I think is really, really challenging me, because it's bringing back, all these memories and all these habits that were established at the time. And this is my opinion on it. And I've talked to my doctors about this, and they agree with me on it. And so like I said, I'm not going to come at this like I'm the authority, but I'm going to tell you what I think. And I think that because I've lived this way for so long, I've just created this lifestyle. And even though I am feeling better because of the ECT, I've established habits, and you can't just change the habits. The ECT isn't going to make everything go away. It's going to help immensely, but it's not going to change the way you live, the way I live. And I'm really beginning to realize that, especially now that I'm facing these new challenges. And I've decided that because of this, I'm going to start going to therapy. I've gotten several comments and actually have had people say to my face, well, why do you have to do the medication? Why do you have to do the ECT? Why don't you just go to therapy and get some self-help books and make yourself get out of it? Well, it doesn't work like that, and I know so many of you know that, especially when it's a clinical condition. You can't just make yourself snap out of it. You can't just make yourself, be better. It doesn't work like that. You need that medication, and you need the ECT to help you recover, to help your body, because it's your body. It's not your mind. It's your body. Your lack of or excessive amount of, whatever it is, like, it's causing you to be this way. But when you are starting to feel better, when that medication starts to kick in, when the ECT starts to help you, it's not going to change the patterns that you have developed. And that's something I'm really starting to realize, especially in the last month. And so I am going to go to therapy. I'm going to go to therapy to help change my pattern of thinking, to help break these habits that I have made. And I think it is going to help. I think it's going to help so much more, though, than before I went through the ECT. Because before I went through the ECT, therapy, yeah, right, that wouldn't have helped at all. It's a clinical condition. It's not going to change anything. But now that I have seen so much improvement and seen my life turn around, I know that if I can just break these habits, if I can just change the way I think, my life's going to change even more. And I think that's something really important to remember, especially if you have had the experience where the medication has started working, and then you find yourself coming up against challenges and having trouble, or the same with the ECT. If you've gone through the ECT and it has helped, but then you find yourself coming up against challenges and things seem to be going back down to where they were. I I had a really hard time coming to terms with this, but I really do think that it is just those bad habits, that lifestyle that you've lived for so long. For me, it's been almost 5 years. I mean, it's hard to change. You can't just snap out of it, and it's going to take work, and that's something that I think that my next leg of the journey is going to be, that my next chapter in this journey is going to be. So yeah, that's the update for me. I'm still going to ECT once every 3 weeks. I'm going to keep it that way for now. I'm going to see how the therapy goes and see how things change. And I'll be honest with you, I do think I went back to school probably too soon. But, you know, I did it. And so now I need to make the best of it, and I need to get through it. And I'm going to do what it takes to get through this semester and to finish it. And I don't know if I'll maybe take another break after this semester. I haven't really thought about that, talked about it with my husband yet, but that's something that that could be a possibility. But we'll see. We'll see how the therapy goes. We'll see how things continue to be and how they continue to change. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I just love getting your comments, your messages, your emails, and please continue to feel free to contact me in any way, and I will do my absolute best to get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all and talk with you soon. Bye.